Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to this Llamas Lionsgate Portal edition of Psychic Saturday Night Live. Hey, how's everyone doing? It is August already. Goodness, August. Where is the time going? Well, I'll tell you where it's going. It is accelerated and it is just flying by. That's where it's going. But it's a wonderful time for all of us. And Llamas yesterday brings us all into a place of appreciation, gratitude, and thankfulness because it was our very first harvest. Oh, the very first harvest is always one of the first, wonderful bounty moments, where we recognize all of the blessings and the gifts and the things we have to be grateful for. So, yeah, Llamas happened yesterday, and Lionsgate Portal opened on the 28th of July, and so we have right up until August 12th. Wonderful energies, like a lot of powerful energies, incredible for ascension, manifesting, working on yourself, doing all the things you need to do for yourself at this time, because that's what you're here for. So welcome to everyone to, thank you, to Saturday night, the Psychic Saturday Night Live, and this beautiful Llamas and, of course, Lionsgate Portal edition. The Lionsgate Portal, let's talk about that quickly. Super powerful time, all about ascension, all about manifesting. And when you really put it out there at this time, all kinds of stuff comes. Like wonderful things are happening, and miracles are just everywhere. They are surfacing and manifesting, materializing for everyone all over the place. It's an amazing time, absolutely. So, say your prayers. If you practice this, the traditions, then put your tobacco down and say some prayers. If you're manifesting and you're interested in doing all of that wonderful stuff, then absolutely do it now, especially while the moon is waxing, as we have up until the 9th, I guess it isn't. That's when the moon is full. This wonderful power that's amplifying. So yeah, just as it is this wonderful time for appreciating all the things that have already been yielded, there is a lot more coming our way, I have to tell you. So it's going to be a great time, especially in the next few weeks with these ascension energies hitting the planet. I don't know if you are following the Schumann resonance. I always tune into it when I feel stuff. I know that this time is, always very active for things like this, but I got to tell you, I just posted a picture of the Schumann, and honestly, there's a giant gap. Now, I don't know if it went offline. Like sometimes it does that when we jump timelines and things like that. If we get blasted with intense enough energy and energy that is conducive to ascension, right? Lifting us up and out of the darkness, then we can jump timelines and do all kinds of wonderful things during this time. It's very, very easy for us to do that. So if you've noticed, the Schumann is just like blasting us, like the planet's being blasted with all these wonderful energies. Some of it is the Lionsgate portal. Some of it is like just everything, right? Like all kinds of stuff happening. We still have 4 planets in retrograde, and Mercury's there for another week or so, I suppose it is. And then we're only going to be down to 3, thank God. But those 3 are very, very intense. I have to say they're very intense, and they often, cause quite a bit of upheaval in our lives for the better of ourselves, right? For the betterment of our experience here and our journey and our development, of course. So Mercury is there until the 11th of August, and the others start, they're there till at least October. Pluto just decides to go direct in October, so we have a little bit of time left. Anywho, again, lots of energy hitting the planet, a lot of sleep interruption for people, a lot of waking up in the middle of the night, a lot of waking up really, really early if you've slept all night, all kinds of weird and wonderful stuff's going on. Spirit is very active, as they are insisting on showing you. They are very active with us right now, too, by the way. There's no I gotta say, for the last few years, I haven't really felt a veil. I haven't felt like I can feel it there, but it's not like it used to be. It does not, um, it does not create a barrier like it used to between our world and the spirit world. And since 2019, anyway, October of 2019, it's been my experience that I noticed it anyway, actually in November, I should say. But since Halloween of October, or excuse me, of 2019, there's been very little veil. Like, and that's because we need that. We need to know that they are right there. We are so connected to them still, and we are so able to connect with them in all ways, on all levels, by the way. It's an amazing time. And so right now, they're very active. They're, because we're here in this ascension moment, they're trying to help us get to where we're supposed to be. It's like, yeah, right? They're rallying the troops. And now that we are in this space, they really work hard to get to us. Oh, excuse me, as you may notice. Now, so a lot of dream activity, Spirit's telling me to remind you, a lot of dream activity. Anybody who has visitations in the dream time, by the way, of loved ones who've crossed over in the last while or even long time ago, anybody who shows up in your dream time, those are not dreams, those are visits. And they are very, very real in the experience that you might have with them. So just be open to whatever happens and just know that, yeah, we are not alone. We are not alone. And we have lots of, okay, so the Lionsgate portal lines us up with certain frequencies and vibrational spaces so that we can ascend in easier ways. It lines up with Sirius, with the with Orion's belt, and of course with this time, it is conducive. It's just extremely helpful. It's very much geared to our ascension. These are push moments. That's what they are. They're like kind of like contractions, but not really. But they're push moments where we get a chance to just go ahead and just do what we came to do. So if you're feeling called to work on yourself, to do whatever it is you need to do, or to manifest things for yourself, to dive deep into, just taking care of you for a while, then that's all about this. That's the energy of this time. That's what this time is all about for everybody. So it's fabulous. Fabulous time. So right up till the 12th of August, we have the Lionsgate portal open, and it hits its peak, as you know, on the 8th. So we have the 8-8 energy, which is extremely potent, like incredibly potent. And 8, remember, is all about being in the flow of things, like being in the crux and in the flux of everything coming in this way, moving that way, flowing all which way. That's what 8 is all about. So you got to be in the flow, and you've got to be intending for whatever it is you want to come as part of that flow. So it's a great time to manifest. We're going to do the brick. Oh, excuse me. We're going to do the mind, body, spirit. We're going to do the brick as I looked at them instead. And because this is a great time for manifesting, tonight's super extra best special bonus card is the Ask and It Is Given deck by the Abraham Teachings. That's Esther and Jerry Hicks, by the way. If you're not familiar with the Abraham Teachings, I highly recommend everybody go and check out Abraham. They've been around forever. Like, not really, but yes, they have. But in this experience, it's been about 25 to 30 years, I think, actually, in the mainstream. And, books, cards, CDs, you name it, they're out there with it. And she has been an incredible force for teaching about vibration. And that's really how we have to understand ourselves here, right? Because everything is about energy, and everything is energy. So vibration is really all that matters. Your vibration is where you sit, at this particular where you are vibing at, and your frequency is how fast you're vibing at it, right? How fast you're doing it. So very important information, because it is part of the quantum mechanics, the quantum physics that is our experience here. And when you understand your vibration and the vibrational experience you're having, you can manifest a lot faster, which is Really, really cool, by the way. So Ask and It Is Given is the deck we're going to pull from tonight as our bonus. And love Abraham. Been following them for, oh my goodness, probably 18 years myself, at least 18 years, maybe more, actually, because they were actually in the very first production of the movie The Secret back, 2001 or maybe 2 or whatever it was. The Secret came out. Maybe, no, yeah, I guess 2004 maybe. Anyway, and they were in the original cut. But there was an issue that took place and they asked to be removed actually from it. And I'm not entirely sure, can't remember exactly how it went. Something to do with the production of the movie itself did not align with Abraham's teachings in that everything happens exactly as it's meant to. And, there was some sort of pressure about releasing it at certain times. I forget how it went, but anyway. And, they're all about integrity. And the fact is that you cannot teach and preach limitlessness rather, and abundance and things like that, and fall into categories of restriction and limitation, right? If you are teaching the opposite stuff. So it's important. So anyway, I love Abraham. Check her out. Jerry has since gone into the spirit world, and she's just carried on and done such an amazing work since then anyway. So yeah, check her out, Esther Hicks. Okay, and anything else I want to talk about? As far as housekeeping goes, there's no spiritually speaking tonight as well. We're going to wait another week. This is a long weekend here, so we're going to take this time. We were going to take tonight off from this particular experience, but we decided, no, we can't. We can't. We just love joining you every Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So thank you for joining me on Psychic Saturday Night Live tonight. And I do truly appreciate you and the light that you are shining. So in these ascension times, especially, we have a lot of stuff going on, right? There's a lot of ups and downs. Again, the waves are happening. One day it's up, the next day it's down, and just, you got to learn to ride them out. You've just got to learn to ride those blips and those bloops out as best you can. It's not easy, and we are here bombarded with them. And so, it doesn't always work the way we want them to, but you got to stay positive. You have to stay positive, and you have to keep your thoughts in the right place. And you have to remember, it's really important. This has come up like a dozen times this week, but you have got to believe it to see it. Everybody always talks about how you got to see it to believe it. No, you have got to believe it to see it. That's how you manifest. No matter what you see going on around you, what's happening there, doesn't matter. You have to see what you want and believe that it's coming, that it's already there for you in your field. See it, right? Believe it's there and you'll see it manifest. Absolutely. You don't have to see it first and then believe it. Trust me. It takes a lot longer to do that. Look at this. So as we cut the cards, a lot of stuff going on for people too, by the way. Remember last couple of weeks' cards were kind of, But here we go. The Tower card and the Wheel of Fortune. The Tower card is about the breakdown of everything you've ever known before. And this is the great time for that. It's a really great time for that, because that's what Ascension's about, right? It's about transmuting what we no longer need, what is no longer necessary for us, and what is no longer serving the highest good, and the highest and greatest good for that matter. And, it's an important time for letting go of previous things so that we can create new things. The first harvest comes in, and we've got new things still to come, right? We've got lots of wonderful things still to come. So the breakdown of everything we know has to happen in order for the new things to be built. And we are here to build a new world, truly, right? So this particular card, the Tower card, has always been, in a lot of places, a lot of readers recognize this card to be sort of like a crisis card, but there's often that spin of opportunity in that crisis. Like every crisis has an opportunity within it. So that's where we are right now. And this Wheel of Fortune says all of the pattern cycles and things that we've been going through, they're coming to the surface again. So anything that's showing up for you and you think, oh my gosh, I'm sure I dealt with that before. Why is it here again? Just letting you know that this is a new layer to it, and it might be the final layer. So don't shy away. Keep going. Keep moving forward with all of that stuff. So, anything else I need to tell them, Rowan? Oh yeah, live free. Live free. Well, we did experience some technical difficulties. Thank you, Mercury. But I will say it's coming together beautifully. And this program, I got to tell you, folks, it's incredible. It is absolutely just the most amazing emancipation experience I have ever seen in my life. So when it comes about, let me tell you, I will be talking your ear off about it because everybody needs to liberate themselves. Not everybody wants to, but everybody has come here to do that. We're not meant to be enslaved. We're not meant to be at the mercy of somebody else or something else. And that's kind of what's happened to us here. So, we all walk around and think, oh, we're having a good time, everything's great. And it is, for the most part. But at the end of the day, it's still the same stuff going down. We're still being harvested. So it's important for us to extract ourselves from that so that that doesn't happen anymore. We have the power, the divine power that we were born with, reclaimed for ourselves. So, just saying, keep an eye out. It's amazing stuff. Okay. Oh, Wheel of Fortune comes in on this side this time, and the Five of Cups comes in on this side. Now, it's about disappointment in the heart, thinking one thing and finding out things are not quite the same as you thought they were. That's okay. It happens, right? It happens. And that's happening a lot right now with people in this country. They think that this one, that where we are is one thing, and really what's showing itself to be our reality, quote unquote, is actually not that. So it's okay. Again, right? It's a great time to manifest. Don't think about all of that stuff. Don't look at the distractions that are being pushed on us. Don't fall for all that crap. Keep yourself in the right space, right? Focus on what it is we are here to do. And what it is we are here to do is to create a new earth. We are here to take all of that stuff that we don't like, that is the distractions that are, captivating to us, because we're like, oh yeah, I so get that. I don't like that at all. I want to change that. And instead of actually focusing on that, which is something that Abraham teaches, right? The minute you start, focusing on the things you don't want, you pull yourself right out of the space you want to be in, right? When you're manifesting, you want to sit in a space that is what you are, looking to achieve. You have to be it first, and then it is attracted to you. But the minute you take yourself out of that space and into the other space, you defeat your own purpose, for one thing, and now you're caught up in that other crap. So that's the deal, right? And we are masters. Every one of us is a master here. Not one of us is here by mistake or accident. Very qualified to be here at this time, and you've actually been chosen and elected, right? You've also been elected in a way, and you've elected yourself to be here. So it's a wonderful time for that. Check out what you got going on and work it. Work your divine magic. We're all divine magicians. Every one of us is a divine magician. I was actually thinking, it was funny. I saw a post earlier that Doreen Virtue put out. And, that woman's been on a journey, I have to tell you. If you don't know it, check her out. She put all kinds of stuff out, wonderful stuff out for the longest time. And then, bam, something happened to her. And actually, I'll tell you honestly, from my take, she's a beautiful example of what happened to Mother Earth. She fell in consciousness. She fell from a place of trust, knowing, and belief in all that is and all the wonderful, powerful things that are. And she learned something that totally dislocated that for her or with her. And she fell. She fell in consciousness, and she ended up in a place of complete fear, so that all she saw was the negative stuff. And everything has a positive and negative experience to it. We have to recognize that there is good and bad in everything, right? And depending on where you're sitting or where you're holding your vibration or your focus and attention, that's what you're going to get. So when you're in a place of vibrational, that is low frequency, low vibration, you're going to get all the stuff that lives there. And that's what happened to her. And so she saw things from that perspective. And God bless her, she's taught us all incredible lessons. I personally think that was a very powerful lesson for every one of us to learn and see, right? Because she was at one time one of the most important figures in this movement. Now, granted, the New Age movement is not what most people think it is. And yes, it has a downside. It absolutely does. It all, everything has a polarity to it, right? So just in that. So I considered pulling out one of her decks. This is where I was going with all of this. Considered pulling out one of her decks because I got about a half a dozen or more of her decks. I loved her decks of the day back 15, 20 years ago. I loved her stuff. I still do, actually. Now, unfortunately, because of the way her own energy is with it, you gotta be clear with the energies there. But nonetheless, so I thought, well, I'll pull one of hers, and then I thought, no, we're not. Instead, what we're going to do is teach you the most important things, and that is vibration, which is a good example that Doreen Virtue could teach us right now, but not from a card we could pull. But this will teach us exactly what we need to know for this time. So, yeah. Hi. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 as I always say, to Psychic Saturday Night Live. It's a wonderful Lammas day. Well, post-Lammas, but anyway, 36 hours. I always give every celebration 36 hours time, prior to and after. Because it does really hold the vibration of it. It's like a gong, when you hit a gong, the vibration reverberates, right, for some time. And if you let it be, you can kind of sit in that beautiful vibration for quite some time. So as we cut the deck one last time, there's that Wheel of Fortune again. Everybody's going through things. We're all moving through cycles and patterns and all kinds of stuff. Don't worry about it. Big changes. Two of Pentacles comes in with the big changes card. Big changes are happening. And I mean, there's been a wonderful wind today. It wasn't screeching hot like it's been. And it's been fabulous. Beautiful, beautiful day, but a lot of wind once again. And all of these energies and all of these manifested weather patterns in themselves, the Wheel of Fortune, are all indicative of where we are and what our emotional states are. And there's a lot of changes happening. Lammas is ushering it all in for us. And as we make our way into the full moon time in the next week and a half, and then in towards September, it's going to be pretty impressive, pretty amazing. Hey, everybody. So grateful that you're all here. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, let's have a boo. Oh, as we cut the cards one last time, this one shows up upside down, the Knight of Wands there. And the Knight is a card that, well, it talks about motivation and ambition, and some of us just aren't feeling it right now. I can tell you, I've talked to people lately who are like, I have no interest in anything. No interest in anything whatsoever. And I'm like, I get that. There's these pockets of energy that we end up in that are kind of void of anything and everything, right? Anything motivating, anything inspirational, anything that drives you. And so we just got to sit those are holding patterns. You just got to sit in them for a little while until something else comes and the spirit moves you into something new. Just trust me, it's all okay. Don't give yourself a hard time about it if it happens to you. Okay, and last one, 5 of Pentacles, and then the 6 of Pentacles. I did not put them in order. I'm telling you right now, I did not. And again, as we cut the deck, that Wheel of Fortune is definitely teaching us and talking to us tonight. Okay, so this is the last shuffle, right, Merlin? And we're going to pull 3 from this one. All right, then. If you say so. This one goes on top. All right, fine. Okay. Hey, 2nd day of August. Can you believe it already? Oh my gosh. Mind, body, this one here, and spirit. What has spirit got to say to us tonight? Okay, for the mind, we have the Magician. Okay, see, I was talking about magic, talking about manifesting, talking about working your vibration and your energy. It's like when the energies are screaming manifest, it's the best time for you to do that. And these energies are actually screaming manifest. And not just manifesting, but again, working on yourself, working to heal yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, honor yourself, appreciate yourself, count your blessings in your world, all of those things. That's this time right now. And the Magician card is all about that. In the mind space, you are the energy. You have every tool that you need available to you right here because you are all the tools. You are all the tools. You are the wonderful sword of truth that is your mind, that's sharp, really, really sharp. You know, you have this beautiful cup that is your heart chakra, that is your heart itself, that overflows with love and light and sharing and kindness and all of these wonderful compassion qualities and things like that. You have pentacles about you that is all about the earth. It's all about the material world and all about where you are in it, you know, and how you see yourself within that. And the wands, that's your passion, your beautiful, you know, inspiration, your everything that gets you going, right? All the stuff that lights a fire under your butt. That's your wands. So these are important to note. And the Magician coming in right here as a major card for the mind tells you that you are powerful. Right now is the time to manifest. Use the energy and work what you know you are capable of working. Some of us just have to put it out there. I want this, or I'd like to have that, or gee, wouldn't it be nice if this showed up in my world? And then it happens. Like, it's amazing. Spirit is, I got to tell you, even myself over the last week, I've had wonderful experiences, we'll just call them. And I won't go into detail about them, but I got to tell you, Spirit knows exactly what they're doing. And you just can't make this stuff up. You can't. So be open to it. Be willing to see and put it out there. Just show me some miracles. That's all you have to say. Show me some miracles. I want to manifest something amazing in my life. And I don't know what that might be, but show me the miracle that offers it to me, that allows it to show up. And you might be pleasantly surprised. Absolutely. Well, I absolutely know that. I know that because that's how it works. It happens to me all the time. So for the body, here we are, the Two of Wands, the body. See that card? This is Chiron. See this in the background here? This centaur, half man, half horse. Very, very cool dude, by the way. And Chiron, if I'm not mistaken, Chiron's going retrograde. The star constellation of Chiron itself is an influence of teaching, of wisdom, of just wonderful implementation energy. So again, getting yourself moving, taking action, perfect for the body space, right? Because we have to take action. It's even in the law of attraction, in the word attraction, right? Action is right there. Now, I'm going to have a little boo and see if I got Chiron on my cheat sheet, because I think I do, but I don't know for sure. Oh, I do. Oh, and it's all about sensitivity. Sensitivity. No shit. You know. Anywho. But there's Jason. Jason from Jason and the Argonauts getting ready. He is going to take on a mission, right? He's going to go on a mission to fight the dragon for the Golden Fleece. That's what this series is all about in these cards for me. And so when he goes, he has to plan strategy, you know, an idea of his mission, what it's going to look like. And Chiron was his teacher. Chiron was actually a very valuable teacher for a lot of Greek heroes, you know, mythological heroes and wonderful icons of stories. Hercules, and Theseus, and Jason from Jason and the Argonauts. All of these wonderful heroes. Very important to note, Chiron taught them all. And he taught them because he was the wounded healer. He was at one point a wonderful warrior who was out there on the battlefield, you know, doing his thing and just, you know, doing it like nobody else. And then he got wounded. And it's not that he lost his confidence, he just changed his perspective. And so he then began teaching everybody how to go out there and see that, you know, see that journey from a whole different perspective, on the field and off the field, kind of, so to speak. So in the physical world, plan, manifest, put it out there, what you want. We have 7 days until the full moon, and then after that, now magic doesn't have to always work in one motion or one direction, right? Like when you're manifesting something, sometimes you want to manifest what it is you want, and then on the on the waning of the moon, when the moon is starting to, like, when she's already peaked and she's ready to start getting skinnier again, then that's when you want to let go of things. So that's when you shift your focus of your manifesting to letting go of the things that are blocking the manifestation from coming. All about planning. You've got to have a strategy when it comes to manifesting. If anybody's interested in 7 days of magic to manifest miracles in your life, I will send it to you. It's a sweet little spell. You can work from now until then and watch the magic and the miracles that manifest in your life. I'm telling you. And it's so simple. It's such a nice little connect to yourself thing every single day. Because you know what? We are all of that. We are all that is. We just have to remember that about ourselves. Get all that other crap out of the way that stops us from thinking that, believing that, and knowing that about ourselves. And then we can let it happen. It just sort of flows right to you. It's a beautiful, energetic, magnetic experience. Absolutely. So let's see. Spirit. And you know, I've said it before, Spirit always shows up for me as the Knight cards and is always, you know, very much showing themselves to me as horses. Horse energy is so, for me especially, and for many people I know anyway, horse energy is so much like spirit. It's just something that's bigger than you. You know, it is something that you can kind of climb on the board, on the back of, and hang on to, and let it take you where it needs to take you, where you want it to take you. You can trust it. It's sure-footed and reliable. So here you go. Spirit is once more coming in to validate, confirm, and absolutely, you know, let us know they're with us and that we can depend on them. The Knight of Pentacles in particular is a card of reliability, dependability, things like that. Like, it's like this guy, you can trust him. You can trust in him, you know, and with him. Put your trust within him and know that, you know, this is where we are most potent in our manifesting, when we can combine our manifesting power with spirit, when we can allow ourselves to trust that we are not here creating by ourselves. We are here co-creating with spirit. And if you sit there and think to yourself, okay, I have to manifest this, or I'd like to manifest this, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can bet your bippy, you're not the only one helping yourself here. You've got forces that are also assisting you in that process, whether you've called them in or not. It's helpful to call them in, obviously, and certainly most, you know, most important and most powerful when you do give them permission to be there. But there are a lot of benevolent forces assisting us right now that we haven't asked for assistance from, but they are here pushing energy our way because the energies are conducive to the work we need done, all of the work that we need done. It's a magical time. It's a magical time, which means you are the magician, and you just have to remember to think that way for yourself. And know that everything is energy, and it's all about what you're thinking and what you're feeling about what you're thinking, which is what Abraham teaches you. It's not just about the thinking part. That's the part that a lot of people got upset about with The Secret. You can sit in a chair and think about driving that convertible, and bam, the convertible just shows up. No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. You're going to have to sit in that chair quite a bit and imagine driving that convertible, yes, but you've got to feel it before you're actually doing it. You've got to feel that vibration. Feel what it feels like to be driving that convertible. Then the convertible shows up because it knows that's a vibration that needs to be matched. We live in a vibrationally matching universe. That's how we exist here. So that's the law of attraction. That's how it works. I talk about the cosmic laws. First law is mental. Second law is vibration. Third law is correspondence. Fourth law is attraction. Boom. It works in that sequence, just in that order, just like that. It's very simple. You think it, you vibrate at it, you stuff it out there to the universe, it magnetically attracts to you everything you need. Bam, you attract it back to you with the law. That's how it works. So it's wonderful. It's easy. Well, it's simple in concept, I should say. It's not easy for a lot of people because we have a lot of stuff blocking those doorways, those channels, and those avenues, right? It's all good. We're all works in progress, and everything is possible. As long as you get to a place where you can finally start believing that for yourself, things will start to show you that everything is possible. And then everything always works out for us. Everything is always working out for us. That's actually one thing that I did learn from Abraham, well, from Esther Hicks, actually, many, many years, probably 15 or so years ago, maybe 18 now, I think, probably. But her husband, Jerry, used to always say that. He just absolutely knew it for himself. It wasn't about believing it, you know, or thinking it. He knew it, and he just absolutely lived that. Everything always works out for me. And you know what? Everything always worked out for him. It always worked out for him. Just saying, there's something to that. So, let's have a boo what the brick has to say tonight, shall we? Before we get to have a little look at what Ask and It Is Given cards tell us about Abraham's message for us tonight. So, good times all around. Absolutely. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Spread them all out. 54 cards. 54 cards. And yeah, you know what it is that you can't make this shit up. Okay. See that? The path of light. See that bridge? It's beautiful. Life places the perfect people and situations on my path to help me advance on my journey of inner growth. I possess the courage I need to progress, despite any obstacles I might meet. I study my experiences, seeking the wisdom they have to offer. In this way, I improve from day to day. Today, I choose to grow in faith, and I'm confident that at the end of my road, I will join the light. Like, just a beautiful card. Yeah, manifest. We're all working towards joining the light, right? Becoming the light, being the light, and returning to the light. Past that lens that is the darkness that we all experience right now, and back to the light of our origins and our organic ascension. Okay. Ask and It Is Given. I love these cards. I have a couple of different decks, actually. I've given a couple away to people, but I do really like these. These ones are older. In fact, quite a bit older, apparently, because not only is Jerry pictured on here, but that picture is probably 25 years old of the two of them. Lovely couple, I got to tell you. Lovely couple. All right, let's have a boo. We're going to shuffle. And I don't remember how many cards here. 60. 60 cards. Let's see what Spirit has to say for us. Oh, we're to pick 2, they say. Okay. All right. And that's it. All right. I'm to pull the 2 now. Here we go. Oh, they're so sweet. These lovely cards, lovely energy to them, lovely colors on them, lovely pictures. There we go. 1, this one, and this one. All right. We don't have a card, or we don't have a book, rather, but we do have the card. So the first card. I now hold the key to creating my every desire. It is not possible to consistently feel positive emotion about something and have it turn out badly, for the way you feel will tell you if you are allowing your natural well-being or not. Once you understand that the way you feel indicates your level of allowing or resisting, you now hold the key to creating anything you desire. So, now, positive thoughts all the time about certain things. Sometimes that's a bit of a challenge for some, but that's okay. It is possible. It is possible. A little bit of practice. You can do it. I'm attracting its vibrational essence. Love this card. You can allow it or not, but the basis of your world is well-being. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. And so the essence of whatever you give your attention to is unfolding in your experience. Therefore, there is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. This is law. Wealth, health, abundance, joy, happiness, love, peace, calm, compassion, all of those things. They're in us. We can have them. We just got to find them, be them, and allow them to express out of us. And we are that, right? We are the vibrational essence of all of those things when we want to be. Truly, when we want to be. If you're having a tough day or a tough time or whatever, and you get out of the situation you're in, even just for half an hour, you'd be amazed at the shift that can take place within you. So that when you go back, you're not in the same space. You're not in the same perspective. Maybe you've worked a little bit of magic for yourself in the mind space, and decided you're going to do things differently, which also comes up in the physical space of planning, right? Planning, strategy, things like that. And let Spirit know you'll take their help anytime, all day long, every day. And they're there to do it, to offer it to us all the time. But most of us are kind of stubborn. Most of us are running around doing our own thing, thinking we have to do it all by ourselves. And we don't. And right now is a great time to be the recipient of all of that extra assistance that we have going on. Because the path of light is the path that we walk, right? The path of light is the light path that we walk. And no matter what, as long as you work on you and know that those places and people, situations that are placed rather in front of you are there to help you move on, move past, get over, get through it, whatever it might be. But you're there to do work with it, right? To work with it. It's all good. It's all good. And I now hold the key to creating my every desire. Hold your thoughts. Work your magic up here and trust the process because it's going to come. They say it works somewhere between, so Abraham teaches that, excuse me, if you hold a thought for 16 seconds, another thought like it will automatically be generated and attracted to you. Now, we are hardwired. Science has proven this. We are hardwired with a system that is known as the reticular activating system, which is exactly that system that Abraham talks about. It's the 16-second interval that as soon as you spend that time focused on that one thought, holding that vibration, thinking about that thing, automatically the reticular activating system kicks in and your mind starts sending out signals looking for thoughts that are just like the one you're thinking. And that's why Murphy's Law is a thing. It works both positive and negative, by the way, not just always negative. Everybody's always like, yeah, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Yeah, and most of us believe that, grew up that way and thought that. But it works in the opposite way too, that everything that can go right will. It absolutely can and it will. And you have to know that. And if you can trust that, you can turn your bad day into a good day in no time. Absolutely. So the reticular activating system kicks in and the vibration goes out. And as long as you hold that thought and allow those other thoughts to come to you and you continue to follow that stream, 108 seconds down the road, bam, you've got molecular structure coming into being. You have held a thought long enough that molecular structure is now being pulled together in a cohesive experience because of your thoughts. That's how things manifest. And then they tell us that it's somewhere now it apparently has accelerated in time. So originally, like 10-15 years ago, Abraham and others would teach that it takes somewhere about 72 hours before you start to see the manifested reality of whatever it is you've asked for. As long as you are strong in your thoughts and you're consistent with everything, all that works out, that boom, you'll see evidence of it either coming together or of it completely formed in 72 hours. Now, apparently that's shortened now because we are in the accelerated times. So you don't even have to hold the thought, as far as I know, 16 seconds any longer. It's about 14 seconds now. Now you think, 2 seconds, what difference does it make? But it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference because the linear time that you're dealing with has shifted. And that matters. It's all matter. That matters in a great way. So just know that you can manifest things and extremely powerfully right now. It's the perfect time for it. But remember, keep the thoughts there. So keep those thoughts positive for whatever length of time you need to. And 5-10 minutes a day of daydreaming about your thoughts and feeling really good about what it is you're wanting to manifest and being it, like feeling it, believing it, being it, as I said, before it comes. That's how it comes faster. Just saying. So, Magician card. Let's manifest, folks. We are the magic. Remember your magic and remember your magic. Plan. Put it down on paper. What do you want? I am this. I have this. I am, I'm being this, whatever. But make it present tense and make sure that I am are the first 2 words. Because anything that you put after that, you happen to become. It just comes that way. And Spirit says they are with us. They are so with us on this journey and that we can count on them. All we have to do is call. They are dependable in this physical world too, that even though they don't hold space physically, they can influence us energetically. And that's what they do. That's what they do. I have seen some remarkable feats coming from the spirit realm into a physical experience. And not just like ghosts and poltergeists and stuff like that either, because that takes, that takes the cake when you talk about spirit stuff coming into a physical experience. That's a whole different deal. But manifested beautiful, dreams, wishes, aspirations for people. Yeah, miracles. Seen them. No, they're real. Absolutely. So create your desire, because you're the key. You are absolutely the key. And you are attracting the vibrational essence of it. As long as you are it. As long as you are it, it will come. Now here's the other thing. I always teach people to be happy. Find your happy. Get your happy going on. Because in your happy, there's an equation that takes place there. Like spirit knows, the universe knows, the energies know. It's everything that matches up to that feeling of feeling really good, happy, joyful, blissful, all of those things. Anything and everything that can produce that happy feeling in you starts to line up for you. And that stuff shows up for you then. And that's the most amazing part. So you got to be the happy first, right? And then the stuff that makes you happy, that we think makes us happy, will show up. But you see, that's all conditional. And it proves it to you because of that. Because if you're not happy, it's not going to show up. Very rarely does that happen. Just saying. So just know it's all about how you're vibing. Whatever you're vibing at is what you're going to get. And again, if you hold it long enough and you believe it strong enough, it'll show up fast. Really fast. It's all good. If you don't, and there's only 3 things, I'm going to close with this. There's only 3 things that will be the determining factors as to why your manifestation has not shown up yet. Okay? And that is A, you don't believe it enough for yourself to bring it into being, to breathe it into being. 2, Source has something way better for you in mind. Way better, that there's actually an accumulation of energy happening that's going to surpass anything you could have possibly imagined or thought of for yourself. Or 3, divine timing. It just might not be the right time. It just might not be the right time. But very rarely is it because it's not something we're supposed to have. Very rarely is that the case, because we have free will here and we're allowed to have whatever we want. We're allowed to have whatever we want. And that just goes against what most of us have been brought up to believe. But that's the case. And the minute you start believing that and vibrating with that essence, anything and everything that you want shows up. You know what? It's not about being greedy. Because most of us, 99% of the people watching me right here, right now, joining me in this time, in this space, you're not greedy people. You don't have a greedy cell in your body. The minute you reach your satisfaction point, you're going to start sharing it. You know it. Your biggest thing is then, okay, who can I give some to? Who am I going to share this with? Right? Greedy people don't do that. They're not sharers. They don't do that. They're like, give it all to me and I'll just keep it all for myself. That's not who we are. So the more you have, the more you can share. So don't be shy. Go out and buy that ticket if you feel drawn to buy a lottery ticket, even if you don't normally do that and just feel like, oh my gosh, I just feel like I want to buy that. You know what? That's a really good indication that you might be lining up for something. And if you are one of those people that ends up, in that space, then you know darn well you're going to be the one who A, needs to find a financial advisor who can help you hang on to some of that money. Because B, you're an open, caring, heart-filled person who, boom, is going to share. You're going to share. What would I do with $50 million? Let me tell you, I got a list of things I'd do with $50 million. And I got a list of people I'd help. A lot of places to help. Absolutely. That's who we are. Share the wealth. Share the wealth. Yeah. All good. I love joining us here in this space on Saturday nights for the Psychic Saturday Night Live that we always enjoy. So, 2nd of August, we'll see you next weekend on the 9th. And I wish you all the most amazing week coming. These portal energies, these Lionsgate portal energies, again, work your magic. Do the candle magic. Do, any kind of other magic you do, like whatever it might be. But do the magic. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Namaste. The light in me honors and truly loves and appreciates and respects the light in you too. And when I'm in that place in me and you are in that place in you, together we are one. So thank you. Namaste. Until next time on Psychic Saturday Night Live. Have a wonderful evening.